Hello guys, good morning. How are you all doing? Okay, great. I hope you have revised everything that we have discussed yesterday. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ping those doubts in the doubt session, and just paste them in the chat box, but during the doubt session only. All right. So today's topic is I'll talk about this topic once I'll give you this example. Okay. If you have seen the yesterday, I have told you that find out the IP address according to yesterday's homework, and then find out the IP address of your device, and then try to find out the number of hosts and number of network bits that are there, right? So let's say the IP address that you were able to find, or IPv4 that you were able to find, was something like this, that is 192.193.194.195. all right, let's assume this. But after this you would have seen something like this, a subnet mask. Have you seen these things? Please tell me in the chat box. I have opened the chat. Yeah, please tell me, have you seen this part as well? Okay. Yeah. So the curiosity is, I want to talk about this thing that is known as, what I mean to say is, we have a new topic for today. Okay, we have a new topic for today. The topic's name is subnet mask. Right. So we are going to talk about this thing, but yeah, let's get started without any further delay. I'll talk about it. Let's move on. Okay. Now, what is a subnet mask? If I'm supposed to brief it out, subnet mask, it works as like a filter. Okay. It works as like a filter. Obviously, if it works like a filter, it is going to work like a filter for what? It is going to work like a filter for an IP address. Okay, that is the main part. Okay, now with the help of this thing that is known as subnet mask, devices can actually look at the IP address. Okay, devices can actually look at the IP address, which is obviously of 4 octets as per yesterday's class. So with the help of subnet mask, devices can look at the IP address, and then they can identify how many bits are there as host, or how many bits are there as network, and how many bits are there as host. Okay. As simple as that. Okay, so if someone asks what is a subnet mask is nothing but it is kind of a filter, and it is a filter for IP addresses. Alright, with the help of your subnet mask, a device can look at the IP address and figure out which part belongs to network ID and which part belongs to host ID. Alright, I hope this thing is clear with you guys. Okay, now if I'll take the example, the previous example that I had mentioned, that let's suppose the IP address that you identified in your device is something like this, 192.193.194.195. okay, it means there are 4 octets, right? There are 4 octets. So in these 4 octets, we just need to see this one. This tells you about what? This tells you about class of an IP address, and class is C. In class C, or in an IP address, there are 2 parts. First one is network bits, second one is host bits. For class C, the network bits are how many? Yes, 24 bits. Correct. And for host, obviously the left 8 bits. Okay. So if I am going to break down this this IP address, it would be looking like this. Let's say for network, I am going to keep one color, that is blue. Okay, so it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, then full stop. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, full stop. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 full stop. Okay, then we have host. So let's change the color for host, and we are left with how many bits? We are left with 8 bits. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, now to find out subnet mask or how a subnet mask is designed, so whatever network bits are there, keep all those bits as ones. Okay, and whatever host bits are there, keep all those bits as zeros. As simple as that. So what I mean to say is, if these 24, if the first 24 are network bits, just change them to 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Correct. Host bits are supposed to be changed to zeros. So if you will find out the values, it would be something like this: 255.255.255.0, which is nothing but your subnet mask. With the help of subnet mask, we can identify, okay, these are all ones, it means these are part of network IDs, and whatever is not one is a part of host ID. As simple as that. So in the given IP address, first 24 bits are part of first 24 bits are the part of your network address, and the rest 8 bits are part of your host address. Simple. Okay, nothing complicated over here. Alright, so that is what we have. So for the time being, I have a few questions for you. Okay, so tell me, okay, or the question I'll write something like this. Okay, this is my question. Find the subnet mask of the following IP address or addresses. Okay, so the first one that I'll give you is 71.72.73.74. Second one that I'll give you is 122.123.124.125. Third one that I'll give you is 170, 171, 172 and 173. So you are supposed to answer, or you are supposed to solve these 3 parts of the question as your homework. Okay, your homework is not that extended. Alright, got it? Now if you remember yesterday's class, I had told you an IP address is divided into main 2 parts. Right, your IP address is divided into main 2 parts, that is network address and host address. Okay, what I mean to say is, if this is my mobile number, that is 70424 dash 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 that. Okay, so this is my whole contact number. If you remember, okay, if you have noticed, this value, that is +91, would be same for all the people in India only. Correct? So this is nothing but, this is the network that I am talking about. Okay, and this whole value apart from network is nothing but host. Okay, so that is what a network address and host address is all about. Okay, now the thing is that I want to, let's extend the discussion. Okay, now the questions are, usually questions can be popped up in any competitive exam or anything like that, that for a given IP address, let's say this is my IP address 192.193.194.195. For the given IP address, Okay, find network identifier and host identifier. Obviously this term changes. Okay, sometimes it is asked that network address, host address, okay, network ID, host ID. Okay, so if this is my question, so I'll change my color to attempt the answer. Okay, if this is my question, that is 192.193.194.195. We already know this is what class? This is class C. It means these are reserved for network and this is for host. So what is my network identifier? My network identifier is 192.193.194.0. Okay, or the answer can be 192.193.194. That's it. That is the network address. That is the network identifier, and this one is network address. But if someone asks, what is your host identifier? It is 195. Okay, now there is another way to find out the network address. Okay, so the question is, how do you find out the network address from an IP address? How? Okay, solution. My IP address was 192.193.194 and 195. We already know what would be the subnet mask, so it would be 255.255.255.0. In order to find network address, just perform the AND operation of or bitwise AND of IP address and subnet mask bits. Okay, alright. So I'll give you one part. I'll just solve one part for you. So if I am supposed to perform AND operation of the first octet, that is 192 and 255, so I'll break it down. 128 is 1, 64 is 1, rest is 0. 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. Okay, and this is 255. If I'll perform AND operation, it would be something like this. If one number is the maximum possible number and another number is something else, then the result of AND operation is something else always. Okay, so this one is what? This one is 192. It means this one would be 192, next one would be 193, next one would be 194. But over here, if you are going to perform AND operation of a 0 with any number, it would be 0 only. So that's how you calculate a network address. Alright. Now question would be, assignment question for you guys, or the homework question that would be there for you is, find out the network address for this IP. Okay, find out network address, then tell about network identifier, then tell about host identifier. Okay, another one 160.170.180.190. Solve these two questions, right? In the next class we will talk about broadcasting and all. Thank you so much guys, take care, bye bye.